Did you know that it literally only takes people 2 seconds to decide whether or not they're going to follow you? 2 seconds. Let's get into how to catch people's attention, make sure we're attracting our ideal audience that can turn into potential future customers or clients, because that's the whole point, is conversions. We don't just need that high follower count. We want people that will actually convert into paying clients or paying customers. Hey guys, welcome back to the Rebel Show with Bree Mesquit. I'm Bree Mesquit, and today I have something really good for you guys. It's going to be short and sweet. If you actually put these tips into action, you will see immediate results. I'm highly confident of that. So today I'm going to be talking about our Instagram bios and how to best capitalize on them to attract your ideal audience and future clients. Let's start first with the profile picture. People buy from people, okay? Unless you are like Nike or McDonald's or Walmart or some huge brand where their logo is super recognizable, I do not recommend having your profile picture as your logo. I know it seems that it would make sense because it's your business, but people are really wanting to buy from people. And I'm sure you guys have seen the trend lately of people wanting to really find their personal service provider, their person, rather than just going into like a corporation, a corporate waxing center or something like that, because they're starting to realize that the good ones end up leaving and going out on their own. So people are really looking for their person. So for your profile picture, you really, really want it to be clear headshot. So nice professional headshot. This does not mean that you need to go hire a full glam squad, get your hair done, pay for your makeup to be done, hire a photographer. It doesn't need to be extreme, okay? These little guys here, these iPhones, take amazing pictures. So set up your iPhone, take some nice pictures of yourself, do your makeup how you naturally normally do it, and do your hair nice, and just take some pictures and have a clear headshot as your profile picture, okay? This is important for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it's starting to build that connection. Also, our social media is all about like, know, and trust factor. So we want people to start to get to know us, hopefully like us, start to build that trust so that they're more likely to actually book with you and come in and get to know you and build that like, no, trust factor even deeper in person. So it starts with your profile picture. Also, I started to really see the importance of this once we started going to trade shows. The first trade show we went to was Vegas, which was absolutely wild. It's my favorite trade show. It's so much fun. But I started to meet a lot of you guys in person, and people would come up to me and be like, oh, we chat in DMs all the time and this and that. I'm like, can you remind me, like, what's your handle or what were we talking about? And then I would remember, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's you. Like, oh my gosh, you're so cute. Like, it's so nice to meet you in person. Now, if you had your profile picture of your headshot, I would have had that, like, I don't know if it's like a brain like connection or what. There's some psychological something to it. But then now I remember your name, remember the face, I remember our conversations, and it just helps build that deeper connection and that relationship. So it's actually really, really important for the growth of your business to be seen, to show up, show who you are. So a little bit more on the whole profile picture. Headshot, yes, you don't want too cluttered of a background, so you can use apps like Pixel Cut. I believe it might be an option on Canva to remove the background and just make it a nice, like, solid white background. If your branding color is a nice light color, maybe you do like a light pink or something to just make it very clear, zoomed in of your face, because also when you're in DMs chatting with people, the bubbles are so small. You need people to be able to actually see your face and build that connection and remember who you are. So super important. Go ahead and change your profile picture to a headshot if you don't already have that. Next is going to be your handle or your username. That might make me sound old. Now I'm thinking of like AOL days. Oh my gosh, like dial up. Do you guys remember all that? That was crazy. I kind of miss those days. Or MySpace, when we'd have like, oh my gosh, we'd be fighting over top 8 friends, and then someone gets moved from position 6 to 4 or 5, and then it's like a shit show next day at school. Everyone's fighting. Okay, I got off on a whole thing. But you could like do coding and like make your own theme and have videos or no songs. Actually, MySpace was pretty legit. Like I would love to find my old MySpace pictures. And if some of you haven't heard of MySpace, then I'm going to feel really old. I've had a lot of young clients lately, and I will like quote a movie or something thinking I'm being like hip and like relevant and they have no idea what I'm talking about. The other day, I'm going on a whole thing, but whatever. Okay, I'll get back on track. Handle, username. So personal branding is so important. I'm starting to realize that, especially working with our business coach. So having your name somewhere in your handle is going to be really beneficial. So like now I've changed mine to just Bree Mesquit, but you could have maybe like Bree Waxes or something, or like Bree Aesthetics, or like something with your name so that you're further building that connection. That could be something that's really beneficial, and I highly recommend as well. Secondly, your personal brand starts with your personal name too. So you have to try to think ahead into the future as well. So you may not be in this industry forever. You may be in it for a very long time, but you really want to start building your personal brand so that you're building an audience of like-minded people that are invested into you, love you, like, know, trust you, because you never know where that could play in the future on future ventures. So highly recommend from the beginning to really start building your personal brand. So again, your personal brand starts with your personal name. All right, now let's talk about name field. So that is the bolded part in your profile where most people put their name. So it's right under your profile picture. So most people put just their name there. Now you have to think, people aren't knowing yet to search for you. So this is the only part of your Instagram bio that is SEO, which is search engine optimized. So we need to think, what is our ideal client, our future client searching for? So I really highly recommend to put a locational tag. So like for me, now we're located here in Bend, Oregon, or maybe I want to go a little bit broader and even say Central Oregon. So I would have Central Oregon in there, and whatever it is that my core offer is. So if you're niche down to like Brazilian waxing, it could be Central Oregon Brazilian waxer, or for me, I do have my name Bree Mesquit, but then I have a little divider and it says Hard Wax Mentor. So now if anyone searches up hard wax, my profile is more likely to pop up. If they search wax, my profile is still more likely to pop up. If they search Wax Mentor, then my profile is going to pop up. So you want to think in terms of what are people searching. So I love locational tags in there, and then your core service. So waxing, if it's eyelash extensions, so you could, and I've had people change this. I've been doing Instagram audits on my Instagram. You guys should go check that out if you haven't yet, because you'll be able to see a in real life example of everything I'm talking about right now. But people will make these slight little adjustments and changes, and I'll get DMs. I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I have a ton of new followers, or I've had brands reaching out to me now. And so you need to make yourself findable. And this is going to be one of the ways, is making sure that you're using SEO terms. Okay. Search engine optimized. All right. Next is going to be your bio body. So this is not a resume. People don't want to know your life history here. So in your bio body, it needs to touch on like what's in it for them. So your audience, they're not actually asking this question to themselves, but it's like, what's in it for me type thing. So who are you? How do you help? And who do you help? So what kind of content is it that you post? And again, what's in it for them? So you don't want to list a resume of, I went to school here, or even I'm a licensed esthetician. Like, people can get that from your feed. Like, you utilize your pin post too for that kind of stuff, to go more into depth on who you are. But you want to it's your niche statement. Who are you? Who do you help? And how is it that you help them? So an example of bio body, I'm gonna use mine. So I'm in my bio, it says helping waxers increase their profits. So that's who do I help? Waxers. And how do I help? By increasing their profits. What kind of content am I going to be posting? So next line, it says hard wax demos plus biz tips, so business tips. So there's another very direct of what it is that I offer. And then you want to lastly, you want to have a call to action. So most of you are going to be trying to book clients. So you may want to put book now, with arrows pointing down, and then have your booking link there. So for me, my call to action is free 6-week hard waxing course, and then I have little fingers pointing down to the link below. So you want to have some sort of call to action. And then now let's talk about your content. So your content must deliver on the promise that you're making in your bio. Okay, so my promise is that I'm going to be posting business tips, waxing demos, and I'm going to be helping waxers increase their profits. So when you go through my feed and you're watching my content, that's exactly what it is. I'm either helping you increase your profits through business tips, through improving your actual waxing technique. I'm delivering on the promise that I made in my bio. So this is a really simple does not always equal easy, but it's fairly simple, fairly easy. Sit down, just kind of start brainstorming, make some of these changes. It's not permanent. You can always change it again in the future, but at least I want you guys to commit to at least 2 or 3 of these things. And what I would recommend is start with your profile picture, your name field. Okay, so the SEO, change your name field, and then definitely have a very clear call to action, which most likely will be book now with your booking link. Side note, if you're not utilizing online booking, that can really hinder clients from booking with you. A lot of people, it's a last minute thought. They're like, putting their kids to bed, and then they're laying in bed. They're like, oh crap, I really need a wax before that Mexico trip. Let me do that right now while it's on top of mind. If you don't have online booking, you're just adding additional steps for people, and it's keeping them from actually getting in with you. So when you want to make it as easy as possible to get that yes, or to get that booking. So make sure you're utilizing online booking if you're not already. All right, I hope this was helpful. I know this was short and sweet, but I promise you guys, if you put these things into play, it will really help increase your social media presence. If you guys do make these changes and you notice any differences, please share it with me. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure to subscribe. Please share this with a fellow beauty professional that you think it may help, and I will see you back next week.